This channel is sponsored by Dynam Labs, cutting-edge hardware and software engineered to deliver professional-grade performance and precision for your EV conversion. Visit dynamlabs.com. Vero Electric, whether you're converting your car to electric, building an off-grid battery storage system, or looking for a solution to diagnose battery problems, they have what you need to get your project up and running. Visit veroelectric.com. And by Amp Revolt, your one-stop shop for turning old gas guzzlers into electric vehicles. Visit amprevolt.com.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know, before you guys come from my neck in the comments, it's been over 2 months since I posted a video. I am sorry, you guys deserve better. I have been working on my house like crazy. I'm building a new house with the shop attached, and that's where I'll be moving this entire operation over to. So I haven't gotten a ton of work done on this car, so I got to do better. I'm sorry, you guys deserve better. I'm going to try to start devoting like most Sunday afternoons to the car, and whatever I get down, I'm just going to put out. So that being said, I do have some really cool announcements to make. We are officially sponsored by 3 different companies, which I'm extremely proud and extremely honored to be representing their brands. The first one is Amp Revolt. Brandon has been awesome. He's decided to give us a cool discount on anything we buy from him. So anything EV related, swap related, check them out, guys, amprevolt.com. The second group that came on is Vero Battery Management Systems. I'm going to be running the Vero BMS system in this car, which is right there. But extremely excited to work with Ryder over there. They have been awesome to work with. We just got our package in from them. So, and yeah, the third group is going to be Dynam Labs. They make a VCU, which is essentially the brain of the operation. It's a controller that controls the front and rear motors. I met them at State of Charge, and they were awesome. Ari, he was cool, he's great. So he has agreed to give us a VCU to run on the car. So extremely honored and proud again to be representing these 3 brands. And yeah, so excited about that. So yeah, on this episode, I'm going to be kind of touching on a lot of different things and doing a little bit of the front end, working on this battery. I dramatically underestimated the amount of time involved with this battery pack. But yeah, I'll show you guys kind of where I'm at right now, and I'll show you the videos leading up to this. So I did separate the monocoque with the rear subframe, and I did start doing some sanding back in here. And I do need to get some of this stuff repaired up here, so you can kind of see it's still kind of soft. But the majority of this is solid. I think what I'll end up doing is repairing all this undersection here with some more fresh carbon fiber, kind of similar to the way I did the roof. And yeah, this is the battery pack as it sits. I've got some videos of working on that, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so I've started to install the BMS pigtails from Vero. And they're very, very simple. They just snap into these modules. There, and there. And they've got these little jumpers on there. It makes it very easy. So I think what I'll do is I'll start on one end and loop down and come over and have the 2 connectors up top go down. And I can kind of run it anywhere I want in the car. So, yeah, but right now what I'm working on is I need to bring this post down through that hole, up through this hole, and into this module. So I'm working on cutting some of this spare factory Tesla battery cable and crimping some of these double-aught ends on it and sticking that over it. So Okay, so I got that piece installed. You see it stubs out through here, goes through the wall there again, and then hits the top of that one there. So, see my hole there? I have this cable guard. I actually had this left over from the Lambo. It was underneath the chassis itself, but then I'm taking and wrapping that. It's pretty loose through here, so I think what I'll do is I'll fill that in with some kind of sealant so it's floating. This as well. Then I want to go ahead and wrap that again with some of this orange one. That way, if, you know, God forbid anything ever happens to this thing, at least people know that this is a, sorry, high voltage wire. But yeah, that fits on there great. I think I might wrap this with something as well, maybe some tape. Okay, so I just finished drilling out this big 2 3/4 inch hole for this Rincon master cutoff switch for this battery. So I'm just kind of trying to think ahead of if I ever go to service this battery, I'll need to lock out, tag out, and this has got a really cool spot where you could put a nice lock. This is rated to 1,000 volt, 600 amp, so I think plenty. But I just finished drilling and tapping these holes, and that's gonna live right there. And you'll be able to see kind of in the back, I've got to run the jumper from there to here, and that goes to the battery terminal. This goes to the other battery terminal. See how nice that came out. So you can see what I've done here with the master cutoff switch. Got that bolted in place, put some nice sealant around there. Got a zip tie holding that in the off position for now. That way it doesn't bridge the gap here. But like the earlier video, I jumped here to here. That goes down to the front battery. I don't know why I did that. It's dumb. And then this goes to the other side here, so I'll show you guys. That's this one. There's air gaps between all this. I don't want to take a chance at all. And then this one loops around this way. I think I will end up putting a cable clamp to kind of keep this pushed in. But yeah, starting to shape up really nice. Here are those pieces that I was showing you guys I 3D printed. That one there and that one there. Also on this side here, so. All right, guys, you can see how nice that beam's fitting up. Put those 3/16 tabs on each side. Get ready to weld that on permanently. Okay, so I'm going to turn my attention a little bit to this front motor mount area. I'm waiting for some stuff to 3D print. So I'm going to start working on the mounts. I've already got this area kind of mocked up, and you guys saw where I worked on this front beam. So happy with it so far. I'm going to take and tack these in place and then start working on like a left side mount, and then eventually work on something on top. So it'll be mounted in 3 different areas instead of the 2, which is the factory. I'll just kind of show you guys what my thought process is here, but You can see these two tabs I bent. This is 3/16, 60/61. So then I might do something on this side, get a little creative with one of the old mounts. And then I do want to do something on top of here, kind of suspend this thing up. Okay, so I just finished cutting this just flat plate, 3/16, 60/61. And if you look down here, you can see where the front transfer case used to mount on the factory Lambo. Let me get in there for you guys. You can actually see the outline, and that's where the factory front differential is on the Lambo. And on the bottom, there's some really robust mounts. So I'm going to utilize the top portion of that with this plate. So I'll show you guys kind of my thought process here, and then I'll get it built and put on. So you can kind of see that snugs up real nice there. I'll show you guys. My thought is to put a mount onto this. This is like a 1/2-inch chunk on the Tesla. I'm gonna drill and tap that in 2 spots and then just bridge the gap from here to there. So. Okay, so I spent some time hacking up the factory mount. This was like this chunk that I cut off of this factory mount. But I took and softened the edges up real nice and put a slight radius in here to fit here. But I'm essentially gonna weld this right there onto that aluminum casting. I'm gonna heat this up really good and weld it on there. I think what I'll do is take this piece off of the motor, but I'm at kind of a stopping point, because this is, if you guys recall, this is the fake motor and I have the real motor sitting over there. But I'll show you guys how the back mount turned out. Right now I just have one M8x125 in there, but I'll end up doing 2. And then, you know, I might stick another fastener there, but this isn't really a structural mount. It's really to just keep this thing from swaying. These 2 very robust mounts in the front are essentially what is going to keep this thing from spinning. But this is the actual motor I'm going to be using, and it needs to be cleaned up really well, and I need to separate all this and detab some of this stuff to get it to fit in that Lambo front chassis. It looks like there's an oil seal that's really bad on this too, so I'm going to rip this all apart, get it all power washed and cleaned up, and then start working on this one, because this is my permanent motor. Okay, so I 3D printed a couple more of these pieces I was showing you guys earlier on them, just because for whatever reason I gave myself a little too much space on this left side and the right side. So, but you can see the second portion is starting to shape up. Obviously this section's done. I'm actually starting to figure out where I want to put the BMS. This is the Vero BMS system. You can see how nice all this is. Even the packaging is really nice. But I think what I'll do is I'll put my contactors and all that stuff on the side here, and then maybe make a shroud that goes over. So yeah, but I'll start working on, I did start working on this bottom manifold. You can see what I'm doing here. I got these from Amp Revolt as well. So I'm just making my own. You can see it kind of comes up here. I've got these little 90s and then they tee up. 90 goes across that way. But yeah, I think I'm at a good stopping point to get this episode out. The episode that I never thought I'd get out. But again, guys, I apologize it took me so long to get this episode out, but I'm going to do better about it. I'm going to start devoting probably Sunday afternoons after the Bronco game, of course. But I did fail to mention in all of this that I did attend State of Charge. I was asked to go to State of Charge. And State of Charge is like an EV conference for high-performance EV conversions for that space. And I brought the car, or the carcass of the car, and I was well-received. What an awesome show. What an awesome community. If you guys want to see any pictures from the show, you can check out stateofcharge.com, I believe, or Google it. But like a YouTube rookie, I didn't take any video or pictures. I took like a couple of videos, and I might put them at the end of this or something. But yeah, next year I'm hoping that this car is driving, so I'll be able to show it in there. And it was in downtown Denver, so that worked out good for me. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get this episode out. As always, be kind to each other, take care of each other, and we'll see you guys later.